In fact, record heat all over Southern California. Still warm at this hour. We'll talk about what's ahead this weekend coming up with your First Alert forecast.
NBC4 News at 6 starts with breaking news.
And we begin at 6 with that breaking news. LAUSD Superintendent Alberto Carvalho is off the job here tonight. This comes just days after the FBI raided his home and his office. Good evening once again, everybody. I'm Michael Brownlee.
And I'm Annabelle Sedano in for Colleen tonight. The decision to place him on paid administrative leave came unanimously from the board. NBC4's Karma Dickerson joins us live at the district headquarters with more on this decision and who will temporarily fill Carvalho's seat. Karma.
Yes, 7.5 hours behind closed doors. Then at the end of it, the LAUSD board came out of board chambers here with a unanimous decision. Superintendent Alberto Carvalho is on paid administrative leave, effective immediately. There will be an interim superintendent, Andres Chait.
The Board of Education today unanimously voted to place Superintendent Alberto Carvalho on paid administrative leave, pending investigation, and named Andres Chait as acting superintendent, effective immediately.
I know that this is a very challenging time, and I want you to know that the board believes in you, supports you, and knows that you will all continue to do your very best to support the students and families of the district. And pending administrative leave, Andres Chait has been named as the acting superintendent, and moving forward, employees, you'll be taking direction from him.
And that message from the board president was directed towards employees of LAUSD. This follows days of speculation about the future of the district and superintendent after FBI agents served search warrants at Carvalho's home and LAUSD office. The FBI won't comment on the reason for the investigation, and the superintendent has not been charged with any crime. Public documents suggest, though, that the investigation could be linked to a now bankrupt AI software company once championed by Carvalho. The school district agreed to pay the company $6 million to develop the chatbot. The closed session meeting about the fate of Carvalho began yesterday and it resumed today. The board not commenting on anything that happened during the meeting, but a former board member, Jackie Goldberg, who retired in 2024, says based on her experience, that closed-door meeting would have involved conversations with Carvalho himself. We spoke with the representative from the teachers union just as Carvalho's leave was announced.
We hope that lessons are learned in what has transpired over the last several days. And we hope that the district begins to really ask the hard questions around their priorities, get the agreements that we need for our workers within LAUSD, and the supports that we need first.
Carvalho was about 2 weeks into his now second contract as superintendent with LAUSD, and according to that contract, he has paid $440,000 a year through 2030. Reporting live, Karma Dickerson, NBC4 News.
A family is desperate for answers here tonight after a deadly crash in Orange County. More than a month after a suspected DUI driver hit and killed a pregnant mother. We're learning that driver is out on bail and has not been charged. NBC4's Hetty Ching live at Anaheim with reaction from that woman's family. Hetty.
Well, Michael, when we called the Orange County District Attorney's Office today to get an update on the case, we learned they actually don't have the case. That's because Anaheim police investigators are still waiting for the toxicology results for that driver, and that does not sit well with the family of Bianca Esquivel.
Bianca Esquivel's family is learning to live life without her.
I take it day by day. It's just a long process.
Her sister Viri says time has not healed their pain. Her soon-to-be 5-year-old nephew often asking for his mom.
His dad mentioned that his mom's a star now. So every night he goes out and tells his mom, "Good night, Mom, love you."
A month ago this week, 24-year-old Bianca, 3 months pregnant, went with her boyfriend Oscar to satisfy a late-night burger craving. On their way home on North Anaheim Boulevard and the 91 freeway frontage road, police say 24-year-old Daniel Ramos was driving under the influence when he sped through a red light. Bianca and her unborn baby were killed. Oscar, who asked us not to show his face to protect his privacy, was seriously hurt.
When she died, I died too. I don't even feel like myself anymore.
Anaheim police say the driver, Ramos, was booked on suspicion of DUI and vehicular manslaughter, but bailed out a day or two after the crash. Investigators have yet to present their case to the district attorney's office for possible charges because police are still waiting for Ramos's toxicology results, which they expect next week. Oscar says he is frustrated and confused why justice is taking so long.
He has to pay for what he did. He decided to get in that car drunk when there's Uber, there's Lyft, there's friends to call. That's why there's a cell phone now. There's no excuse.
It's such a joke that he just got bailed out when there is a murder here, not only of one person, but two people.
And we did reach out to Daniel Ramos for comment on our story today. Our phone calls were not returned. Live in Anaheim tonight, Eddie Chang, NBC4 News.
Eddie, thank you. You want to give a live look right now from our camera. Top Mount Wilson. We saw record heat all across Southern California here today.
Yeah, it's pretty stunning. Meteorologist Melissa McGee is here. She's tracking those conditions for us. Hey, Melissa.
Hi there, Annabelle and Michael. I want to show you some of the records across the area. Anaheim, 94 degrees. You broke a record. Same thing in Burbank, maxing out at 95. Riverside today, 93. Long Beach, close to the water, also very hot today, coming in at 92. And still at this hour, we've got numbers that are hanging out in the 80s, especially as we travel inland. Riverside, 84. We've got 87 in Ontario. Thousand Oaks coming in at 80 degrees. So let's talk about the weather headlines on your Saturday. Tomorrow, it's not as warm, but we're going to have conditions that are still above average for this time of year. Now, Sunday, the first day of March, it will be turning cooler, but it's still very nice by the afternoon. Trough of low pressure gets closer, that it's going to allow for some of these numbers to cool. Then early next week, we're kind of up and down with our temperatures. We'll start it out with numbers in the lower 70s, and once again, we're right back above average. We'll talk about the details. We'll break it down coming up with your first alert forecast. Annabelle, back over to you.
All right, Melissa, thank you so much. Warner Brothers Discovery has signed a merger agreement with Paramount Skydance. The blockbuster deal comes just a day after Netflix dropped out of the bidding war. NBC4's Conan Nolan has been tracking the developments over the past 24 hours.
Including Warner Brothers' previous debt, the purchase price $110 billion. And while the takeover of Warner Brothers Discovery by Paramount Skydance still must receive federal regulatory approval, it appears that will not be difficult, in large measure due to the relationship between President Trump and Paramount CEO David Ellison and his father, Oracle founder Larry Ellison, both of whom are supporters of the president. David Craig teaches at the Annenberg School of Communication at USC.
Last week, the FCC went ahead and pre-approved the merger acquisition between Paramount and Warner Brothers. That's already, again, that was one of about 15 tells that this was already a done deal.
Another involved Warner Brothers cable channel CNN. The Wall Street Journal earlier reported that the Ellisons pledged the news network, which the president has long been critical of, will see changes under their management. This was Mr. Trump when Warner Brothers first announced it was up for sale.
But I don't think the people that are running that company right now and running CNN, which is a very dishonest group of people, I don't think that should be allowed to continue.
For LA's signature industry, the merger is filled with uncertainty. Netflix had insisted there would be no job losses. They don't own a studio and contract out for streaming content. Netflix insisted it was looking forward to producing their own films and television programs if they had taken over Warner Brothers. But Paramount is a studio taking over another studio just a few miles to the north. Chloe Mellis covers entertainment for NBC News.
Look at Paramount Skydance. You have Paramount Studios. You have all of their channels. They also own CBS News. Look at Warner Brothers Discovery. They have CNN, and then they have all the different shows that you might not even realize that they have. Channels, TBS, TNT, Cartoon Network, Food Network. You can imagine, look, if you were to merge those two sides of that screen, what does that look like? It's a Noah's Ark problem, two of everything.
And of course, that could, many believe, unfortunately, lead to job losses. Yes, shareholders still need to vote. The Justice Department needs to weigh in. Congress will say something, but it's looking like a process that could take at least what could have taken at least a year longer, could be approved a lot time sooner. And only after it's approved do we find out the impact on consumers, how much you're going to pay, the impact on theater owners, and of course, the impact in our region of jobs.
Wow, more to come. All right.
Yeah, it's huge. It's a huge story.
Yeah, and it's all happening so quickly.
It is.
All right, thanks, Conan.
My pleasure.
And to learn more about the merger, head to our website, NBCLA.com. We have new reaction from lawmakers on this deal.
We're all sad because she was the one who gave all the energy to us.
Yeah, a fight on campus turns deadly. Coming up next here at 6, the demand from classmates and how the school in the San Fernando Valley is responding.
All I want is Paco.
And the search for a missing Chihuahua in the Inland Empire will introduce you to John, why he desperately wants his beloved Paco back home.
Snow in the mountains, heat in the valleys, high surf at the beach, wind in the passes.
We don't just tell you the forecast, we tell you what it means. We break down the neighborhood with alerts and updates.
NBC4 First Alert Weather, most accurate 9 years.
Trump is spending billions unleashing armed thugs onto our streets. All the Californian people are being run over by the cost of living. Trump is assuming that we Californians are too soft and too weak to fight back. Don't mess with California.
I'm a very active person that likes to move around and go. The pain I was in was really excruciating. I was basically heading towards a sedentary lifestyle. I had really tried everything, but I quickly lost hope.